Thank you, Mr. Mehdi. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what I'm doing here. And you don't know what I'm doing here. This is what happens when I enter into meetings unannounced. It started about 40 years ago. And it's not, but I thought I'd just come and be with you. Somebody told me this morning that this meeting was happening, and thought I might join you. Some time ago, a lady came in and convinced me to go and watch a demonstration and display at the car park of our sports arena. Is that lady here? She was promoting the concept of, the concept of drug-free sports. My granddaughter, who was in the village after that, asked me to sponsor the volleyball team of the village, and at the back of their volleyball kit top, they had Drekenwai drug-free volleyball team. And they've been going a few years now since that exposure at the car park. But I believe it's not all what this meeting is about, but it is a very important issue and topic as you move forward. Somebody came when I was into sports and introduced something and said this performance enhancing. What they didn't tell us at the time is that it results in you losing your hair. So I hope anything we're going through, sorry, Henry, I didn't see you there. You must have been one of those that followed God. But it's a very important issue, very important subject. Atma took a bit of it, I think. It's a very important issue, a very important subject, not only for sports people in Fiji, but for all. And I've been trying to promote the concept or the idea of a drug-free village. But I started with households in my village. And some of you may know that I occasionally go to the Wailea Methodist Church, a very small church where the residents of the informal settlement in Wailea come and worship on Sundays. Since I started going there, we've paid for the pews, we paid for the new roof, or I have, but the whole idea of my taking on this sponsorship or friendship of that little settlement in Wailea is to introduce the concept of a drug-free settlement. So now you're going into this drug-free sports with you administrators. I hope, and I believe it can happen. I believe it will be successful. I hope it happens for Fiji, not only for sports, but for the nation. We see how much damage it has caused. Today I'm supposed to, I should have gone up to Mbuga for the funeral of a police constable who was killed in the line of duty a few days ago. We're still waiting for the full investigations to come through, but it is believed to be related to a retaliatory operation by those that might have been intercepted or interrupted in their operations in the promotion of drugs. And it is the harmful drugs that affect our young people today and maybe some older also. But I couldn't quite follow the features of what there. I thought it was a kind of Money new or something. Whatever it is, we know what the proposers are trying to introduce. Oh, on the money new issue. My last year at school, and I don't want you to follow what my father did. My father was thinking of leaving my mother. So I went to the principal and said, sir, I can't go I can't go home during the holidays. Why? Because my mother is not home. Oh, okay. Can I stay at school? I said, yes. So I stayed in school during the school holidays. So first term school holidays, I was head prefect of the school, and it was school holidays when they had the student Christian movement camp. And all the secondary schools sent the people from the SCM to Queen Victoria School, and they saw me there in my dungarees and matching shirt with my kit. I was powdering all the coconut trees in the school compound, particularly beside the sea, to get rid of the rhinoceros beetles. And there had to be an announcement. It was a welcome address. And they were giving their thanks, and they thought I should also address the SCM members who had come. And when they saw me come down from the table, at the top table, come and talk to them, they said, who's that? And the boys from Kiwi said, that's our head boy. What? Our head boy. We thought this was Sunuka Maisuba. Because during the other holidays, I used to team up with my uncle, and we were renovating an office block opposite the old Suba Town Hall. And we were renovating that and to change it into a nightclub. And I'd come down by bus from Rewasa, and I'll be holding our tool bags. We're coming along, walking along in near Victoria Parade. I'd have my eyes open, watching to see if any girls from ACS or BMS or Lillian coming off a bus too. If they saw me, I'd drop my tool bag and just and pretended I was not going to work as a carpenter. But then, those were the things that formed what I have become. And when our Queen Victoria School truck went to the west, the people in young boys and young girls in Rabuka would call out, "Money new!" Our truck looked like the CPNDB truck that the Coconut Pest and Diseases Board trucks were. The colors were about the same. Anyway, we're here to talk about drug-free sports. We're here to talk about drug-free sports. Some of you may get to watch the recording by Boss Communications. They recorded a short interview with me on Thursday. I don't know whether it's been broadcast or not. But they were talking about women in politics. What are the political parties in Fiji doing? What is my political party doing in promoting women into sports, into political leadership? And they were not talking about sports women. And I said, you haven't talked about our women who have featured highly, they have very high profile in sports. Those young, now not so young, women have their own following. They were hero worshipped during their sporting days. Why don't we take advantage of that? The political leaders of today take advantage of their sporting personalities and carry them along. If they were heroes or heroines at the time, we can take them along in our development, and they become champions. Very soon we will have young people coming up as drug-free champions. And these are the ones that we will be looking to for leadership and national leadership in the years to come. well, maybe even next year when we're going to, I'm not campaigning, next year when we have another, this year, later this year, we have another campaign season. But I congratulate those of you who have come up with this concept of drug-free sports, and I encourage all of you in the various sports organizations you represent and lead that we encourage this, take it on board, and take it along with us as we move into the future. Congratulations, Honourable.